If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
Hello everyone, my name is Cecilia and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In today's episode, we are gonna get another one of our companions. We're gonna do the dossier for the Warlord and thus get Grunt. So grab a snack and something to drink and let's go! Okay, I believe we have some planets to scan here, so we'll do that first. Gregas. Cold and distant, Gregas is currently 65% rock by mass and 35% frozen methane and nitrogen ices. In the planet's summer years, these percentages change as the sun heats its ice and it evaporates into a thin atmosphere. Its calcium-heavy crust has been scouted by countless Korlus serving teams, most of whom came back empty-handed. Quodis. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Quodis is used by countless spaceships to discharge their drive cores after coming into the system. Commercial vessels restock on their supplies of helium-3 from one of its many orbital platforms. Travel advisory. Piracy at helium-3 refueling stations is common in the Emir systems. Visitors are encouraged to use the escorts provided by the Korlus security fleet to and from the system's mass relay. To prevent escort fraud, always ask for identification from one of the escort ships and compare them to those found on the Korlus security fleet's extranet sites. Osalary. Osalary, Covus Salarian, which means Fire Maiden, is a boiling hot dwarf planet close to the G-class star Emir. Too hot for lucrative exploitation, its only satellites are defunct solar arrays destroyed by pirates long ago. A garbage scow with a climate was how one Citadel council member described Korlus at the turn of the century, and ever since then, the Korlus Tourist Bureau has been attempting to rebrand their planet. It hasn't worked, though they have tried calling it the recycling center of the galaxy. Corruption scandals and a staggering murder rate ensure their Korlus image is permanently stained. Korlus' biggest business is the recycling of decommissioned or junked spacecraft into their component parts. While the invention of Omnigel has made its process significantly cleaner, it is still a dirty business that chokes Korlus sky with smog and fills its ports with megatons of scrap. A shady hospitality industry and a scavenger underclass round out the spectacle of urban decay. Travel advisory. Korlus ranks the second in murder per capita in the Terminus systems, and first in off-worlder murder. Civilian traffic is encouraged to employ security professionals when visiting. Okay, so this is a really dangerous place to be visiting, but this is where we're going, so...
Dossier doesn't say if Okeer is on this planet by choice. Assume hostiles.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed. Action is your goal.
Canned orders over loudspeaker. Classy.
Stay focused. We're looking for a Krogan Warlord.
Yeah, this is definitely a garbage dump. An enormous landfill, I suppose.
Being hired is merely the beginning. You must earn your place in the mighty army we are building.
What mighty army is that?
Lookout position. Equipped for combat.
I've got nothing. Let me cover. Bullets in the eye. Look out.
Wish I were standing downwind.
Morden. Thank you. Hello?
Shit. I won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna... You son of a bitch.
Suck it up, soldier. I've seen worse.
He doesn't need to know that.
I knew it wasn't berserkers. Not at range. You're mercs or Alliance. I'm not telling you anything.
Medidel, change your mind? Where's the Warlord?
I've got a nice application of Metagel ready to go. But if you'd rather I just keep walking.
Son of a bitch. I don't know anything. I just shoot the overflow from the labs. The old Krogan up there, he's really been cleaning house lately. Jador hired him to make her an army, but the Krogan he creates are insane. So we use them for live ammo training. It's all crap. I don't get paid enough to goddamn bleed out.
Outpost 4, Jador wants us to move. We need coordinates on that Krogan pack.
Jador? Krogan pack? Get rid of them. Reply with bad directions. Wonder what happens if I click this.
What's he talking about?
Jador runs a Blue Suns outlier, and she's making Krogan for an army. But they all come out crazy. Tough as hell, but just insane.
Doesn't make sense. Breeding facility's too expensive, not worth the cost.
I don't know. I just point and shoot and bank my credits. Maybe there's something better in the labs.
Well, get rid of them.
I want your friends gone. Understand?
Patrol? The last group dispersed. Lost sight 5 minutes ago.
Dispersed? Jador will be pissed. She wanted a show.
You asked for a report, you got it. Dispersed.
Understood. Returning to the labs.
There. You see? I'm helping.
I'm sure you are. So, tell me about this Warlord.
Have you seen Okeer? Does he know about all this?
We can't go in the labs, but everyone sees what happens when the Krogan come out. I've shot hundreds. They're crazy, mindless. Anyone up there, they know what's going on.
What is Jador planning to do with all these Krogan?
Replace us, probably. I sure wouldn't want to see an army of them coming at me. Only she can't control them. They aren't supposed to be crazy, but they're Krogan. How smart are they to start?
Is Jador's lab heavily guarded?
There are big guns to keep ships away. We're not outfitted to fight goddamn commandos.
If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
He just about pissed himself.
Some people need a heavy hand. Come on. Our warlord is somewhere in Jador's lab.
So cold, Shepard. So cold, but...
Training is part of your contract. Failure to perform means liquidation, legal and otherwise.
I suppose, like, the coldness is very fitting
Hostiles ahead. Stay strong.
for Shepard at the moment. Considering what she's been through and everything.
Making contact.
Oh, who's next? This'll put him down.
I would imagine that she doesn't really, at least not yet, she doesn't really care. She's still a bit sort of emotionally detached from everything that's going on around her. And trying to suppress that trauma as much as you can. You can fuck right off.
Not bad. Anyone else want some? This'll put him down.
Taking cover.
Firing an impact shot.
The Krogans are your example and your warning. As ferocious as they are, failures are expendable.
So how do you guys play your Shepards in Mass Effect 2.
Light fire! Lost contact! Hostile presence! Ship fire from the Krogan! Hostiles in the citadel!
We have gas. If they're not killed immediately, all bonuses will be fine.
Like, do you play them as it's no big deal, or yeah, do you play them as suffering from heavy trauma? How do you play them? Do let me know in the comments.
You are different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
That thing's only a week old.
Lab bred but full grown, old enough to have info.
They must breed them full size, ready to kill. Not much improvement over regular mercs if they need training.
Bred to kill. No. I kill because my blood and bone tell me to. But it's not why I was flushed from Glass Mother. Survival is what I hear in my head. Against the enemy that threatens all my kind. But I failed, even before waking. That is what the voice in the water said. That is why I wait here.
I always feel so bad for these Krogan. Especially like when you get to talk to them and hear their story, that they're, just waiting, I guess, for Okeer's approval and waiting to die. It's really sad.
You're supposed to be part of a mercenary army. Do you remember Jador?
I know that name. It causes anger, but also laughter. It is not a name that will be sung when we march. I don't know what that means, but I have heard it many times.
How can you speak if you're only a week old?
There was a scratching sound in my head, and it became the voice. It taught things I would need. Walking, talking, hitting, shooting. Then the voice said I was not perfect, and the teaching stopped. And now I am here.
Interesting. Raised, then rejected. Control group? Failed test?
I don't know, but I am not perfect.
Okeer's voice? Did he speak to you while you were in your tank?
I heard the voice, not like now, with ears. Inside. I called it Father. It like that. But it was disappointed. I'm not what it needs me to be.
A breeding program? Trying to escape genophage effects?
Escape. Escape was never whispered. Survive, resist, ignore.
Is what he's saying possible?
I destroyed Saren's cure. How does Okeer expect these Krogan to ignore the genophage if not by curing it?
Uncertain. Likely irrelevant. Appears Okeer has had no success.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother. I was not perfect.
If Mercenary was correct, Krogan prone to mental instability.
I don't know of that, but I'm not perfect.
Could you please show me to the lab?
Can you show me the laboratory? I need to speak with Okeer.
The Glass Mother. She is up, past the broken parts, behind many of you fleshy things. I will show you.
Yeah, Krogans are strong. We get it.
Saeed.
You fleshy things are slow when big things are in your way.
Why have you stayed here?
You could have run or tried to fight your way back to the labs. Why stay here?
I am waiting. The voice told me, if they come, I fight. But I will not run. And I will not follow. I am not perfect, but I have purpose. I must wait until called. Released.
Yeah, So he's basically waiting to die,
Not
which
a
is
lot
just
of room to maneuver. Keep it together.
really depressing.
They're loose! Run for your damn life! They're all free!
Enjoy.
Get some ammo.
Who authorized that Krogan release? Okeer?
Get ready to fight. Should burn nicely.
Okay, so Incinerate is very effective against Krogan. Very nice.
Deadeye for me.
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
You'll bleed.
Shoot.
Time to die.
Whoop. Whoop.
Firing an impact shot.
Yeah, where'd it...
Just the thing to help.
Okay, I need to grab some ammo. I'll grab that. Okay, where?
Sit down.
Rats.
Ready to die.
Nice. Is that all of them? I think maybe yes.
Krogan took down the grid. We're blind and getting hit on all sides. Where are the heavies?
Thank you. Some platinum, always nice. Nothing in there. Yeah, the music ramping up, so...
Krogan R6, copy,
Ooh, that's
goddammit.
bloody.
Where's Jador and her personal guard?
Okay. They can kill each other all they want.
This looks interesting.
Grab that. Some kind of med bay. Alright.
Enemies in front.
we hiding? Ah, that's why we're hiding.
Firing concussive shot.
Thanks for letting me know, Zaid. Okay, I need to find myself some ammo.
Lost contact. This'll put him down.
Hey. Shit. Really?
Kill that one.
Okay.
Concentrate on the Krogan charge or we're all dead. Who was a genius who gave them arms?
Well, I assume that was Jador. Nice. Found some credits. Okay.
Next.
I've lost visual.
Mm-hmm. I haven't though. Okay. You have anything we can grab in here? Some Medigel. Could use some more ammo.
Berserkers are going down, but the outsider commandos are still incoming. Repeat, still incoming.
Not difficult.
Damn it.
Shields down.
Okay. Where are you going?
I need everyone out of the labs to fight this. Every floor, every outpost. Move!
Slow and meticulous. That's how we do this. Uh-huh.
That all you've got.
Mid jump. No, we do not like those.
Target is off scope.
Who's next?
Go. All of them down.
What do you mean Jador's holding the mechs? She'll lose all her toys if we don't get back up.
You have anything we can steal? Yes, you do. Nice. We like robbing you blind.
Concentrate fire on my position. Concentrate on.
R.I.P. Ooh, it's a nice view. Look at that. That's really cool. That's what I like with both Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect 2 is that the locations are so much more diverse, which is awesome. Really love the effort that they've put into this. Makes the world feel a lot bigger and a lot more alive. Alright.
Damn it! Someone get her off the speakers and out here!
Ah. Moved. Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. I see you over there.
Firing concussive shot.
Okay. Oops. Nothing over here. Nope. Okay. Not anymore.
Hit.
We can't hold them and the Krogan. We're getting slaughtered.
Direct organ trauma.
Alright. Okay, actually maybe I should go up here. Ah, nice, I can snipe them from here. Yeah, you did that. Let's see. Where are you, bastards? Ow! Back.
Look out.
One down.
It was a bit too late. It's also not meant to have, you know, my companions die on me. Though I suppose it does happen occasionally. Nothing over there, nothing here. Right, I think this is where you might have been able to encounter like Rannoch and Optus. I think it's here, or maybe yeah, it's somewhere on this planet at least. But since we killed her on Vermeer, then she will not be here. Yeah.
Here you are. I've watched your progress.
I'm just gonna, yep.
This might be useful.
Grabbing some stuff. Now we can talk to you. Hello?
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
Okeer, I presume? Names first. Change your tone. Okeer, I presume?
I take it you're Okeer. You don't seem particularly caged or grateful that I'm here.
You may claim to be here to help, but the formerly deceased Shepard is not a sign of gentle change. Surprised? All Krogan should know you. Or have you forgotten your actions on Vermeer?
And I bet you will too.
I'm sure you're eager to retell the story.
Such a tale. Saren, the Spectre traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians. But before Saren can deliver his endless troops, in rides Shepard, securing victory through nuclear fire. I like that part. It has weight.
A tough decision. I did what I had to do. It was a... no. I did what I had to do.
I make no apologies. It was the most efficient solution.
But I approve. Saren's pale horde were not true Krogan. Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider. One that these mercenaries have also made. I gave their leader my rejects for her army, but she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
Oh, really?
Personal issues irrelevant. Here for the collectors.
I see. Yes, collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Your search for the perfect soldier created a lot of failures. You don't care about them?
I failed no one. My rejects are exactly what Jador asked for. She simply lacks the ability to command. They are strong, healthy, and useless to me. I need perfection. If a few thousand are rejected, so be it. My work will purify the Krogan. We will not be restored. We will be renewed.
You don't want to hoard? You're an unfeeling zealot.
I thought the Krogan ideal was a return to the numbers that threatened the galaxy.
We will not need numbers. My soldier is a template. It is a greater threat than all the Phantom siblings that would have been at its flank. The galaxy still bears the scars of the Horde, but it will learn to fear the Lance.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely an unfeeling zealot.
You're just as cruel and manipulative as those who released the genophage on your people.
Perhaps, but I will restore the Krogan, and my soldier will not provoke a nuclear response as a cure or Horde would. My legacy is perfection, with each pure Krogan reaching higher by standing on our dead. They will exceed, but not forget.
What did you get from the collectors? I need whatever you know about them.
They are strange, so isolated, yet very available when your sacrifice is big enough. I gave them mini Krogan. I may have information for you, but the tech was consumed in my prototype, after I determined how to use it without killing the subjects. The deaths were unfortunate, but I only need one success to start the process.
Okay.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats. I say, let us carry the genophage. Let 1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
Will you join us? Is your soldier ready? I'm handing you to Cerberus. I mean, we're here to get him, right? So, will you join us? Don't particularly like you, but...
Your methods are extreme, but you know how to deconstruct a threat. Will you help us?
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
Attention, I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course. I'm calling blank slate on this project. Gas these commandos and start over from Okeer's data. Flush the tanks.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
Why so concerned? Why should I trust you? Looks like I hold the power now. Yeah, why so concerned?
You could just start over like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive. Jador will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
Sure. Let's go.
Someone shut that bitch up.
They've seen us.
Okeer isn't the only one who's going to command.
This'll put him down.
I'll build more. There's always more.
Oh! Kill more!
Assessment requested.
Clear the blast zone.
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are unprotected, and I have gained limited access. According to lab scanners, the room is flooded with toxins and Okeer's personal life signs are failing rapidly. I recommend haste.
Yeah. Just need to check if there are any loot in here. I don't think there is.
Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress. Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
Alright.
If I knew why the collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect.
He killed thousands of his own people, but he sacrificed himself to save this.
Delusional. Unlikely one Krogan, however strong, could have impact Okeer wanted. Am almost certain. Suggest leaving it.
Professional jealousy, Morden? That's my call.
Afraid he'll make your genophage obsolete?
No, but Krogan genetically dangerous, socially dangerous as well. Have enough enemies without adding this.
Normandy, Okeer is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval. And he's a big one.
That's our son. Alright. Cloning facility destroyed. Okeer dead, but his son was recovered. Loss of Okeer could be a problem. We'll allow Shepard to decide whether to activate the Krogan.
Bringing the Krogan for study makes sense, but I have concerns about waking it.
Yeah,
You've said that a few times now.
A normal Krogan is dangerous. This one was created and likely educated by a madman.
That excited, are you?
I see everyone's enjoying the new paperweight. Concerns?
We don't know anything about it, Commander.
That's the fun part, so we'll be careful. He gets out, we vent the hold. Yeah, that's the fun part.
I know. You don't find that interesting?
Krogan fight well at close quarters. Perhaps awakening him in a confined space wouldn't be prudent.
Noted. The cargo hold is safe enough while I decide what to do with him.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, would like that actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group studying genophage. It wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
What did you do? I suspected as much.
What was the Special Tasks Group doing with the Krogan genophage?
Study at first, as I said, but uncovered surprising data. Krogan population was increasing at faster rate than expected. Krogan were adapting to genophage, overcoming disease.
How did it happen?
Did the Krogan evolve, or did some of their scientists develop a treatment?
Krogan scientists? Never met Krogan scientist worthy of term. No. Natural evolution. Krogan physiology incredibly durable. Organ redundancy, backup systems, cellular regeneration. Genophage like any other natural hazard. Krogan evolved past it.
Perhaps they weren't adapting, though.
Maybe they were just having a lucky year. Or fewer mercs left, meaning more Krogan were left to repopulate.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental concerns accounted for. Not an undergraduate. Population spike caused by adaptation to genophage. No other possibility.
I mean, this is good news, right?
The genophage was a terrible mistake. It nearly destroyed the Krogan and their culture. Now they have a chance to recover.
Naive viewpoint. Krogan too dangerous to allow unchecked birth rate. Look at Krogan rebellions. Personally led a science team. Geneticists, chemists, sociologists, mathematicians. Created new version of genophage. Released it onto Chanka, other Krogan-centric areas. Restabilized Krogan population.
Yeah, this was the best choice?
You never considered other options?
Hundreds. Thousands. Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger, averted potential genocide or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy, Krogan included.
I mean, if you did that, why not just go all the way?
If the Krogan are so dangerous, why not just sterilize them outright?
Not a war criminal, not a murderer, genocide, unnecessary. Krogan as a whole, violent, aggressive, still have outliers, worth saving. Genophage modification protected galaxy, allowed Krogan chance to survive. Everyone wins. Good for us, good for them.
Okay, interesting.
How did you distribute the modified genophage?
Covert drops, hospitals, clan centers, water supplies. Very difficult. Few Solarians onto Chanka. Team got caught a few times. Had to fight free. Messy. Better when things went as planned.
I can imagine that.
How did your genophage modification work?
Krogan evolution attached garbage genetic code to genophage attack sites. Modification created other areas for garbage code to connect. Left sites clean, capable, running smoothly.
What you did was wrong. Thank you for telling me you did the right thing. Yes, Shepard would probably think that what he did was wrong.
The genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime. Recreating it is unforgivable.
Don't want me on team? Don't bring me. Can stay here, work on collector research. But no apologies. Did what was right. Hope you do the same if necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time, tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
If you want, Commander. Cerberus has ranks, but it's not the Alliance. No rules about fraternization. Your boat, your call. You want to get friendly with everyone? That's your business.
Okay, good. That's the flirty option. I'm just making conversation. You don't want to be friends? Say the word, I back off. Yeah, I'm just making conversation, Jacob.
Relax, Jacob. I'm just interested in what makes you tick.
Anyone else said that, I'd walk away. Most Cerberus people try to play like the elusive man, hiding bullshit behind a smile. But you? I like what I've seen. I'll give you a shot. What do you want to know?
Any family?
Anyone waiting for you back home?
Only child and no extended family. Never settled down. Didn't seem fair with this job. But you can't miss what you never had.
Okay. You seem quick to trust me. You and Miranda have a history? Yeah, you and Miranda have history?
I know you and Miranda work together. I got the impression it might have been more than that.
It got a little close. Then it got really far apart. The rest isn't your business, Commander.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. Let's drop it.
Consider it dropped. I trust you to keep everything professional, Jacob.
Thanks. That always bugged me about the Alliance. They didn't let people handle their own problems. Cerberus isn't any better. They just put more effort into hiding how much they spy on you.
We have nothing to hide. We'll give them a show. Yeah. Right now, we have nothing to hide.
Let them watch. We're not hiding anything.
Wouldn't matter if we were. It's not like they can reel us in. We're handling this, whether they like it or not. Anyway, I should get back to prep. Nice talking to you, Shepard. Let's do it again sometime.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
We're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
Joker.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Thanks. From Talitha. Nice. Shepard, I don't know if you remember me. I had a gun and you stopped me from hurting myself. My doctors say I'm doing better. One of them works with me. One of them works with the people you work for. He told me he could get a message to you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't talked to me that day, but the doctors are helping me. I'm getting better. They put me in a special school and they say I'm doing good. The doctors say that other people are getting taken like I was. I hope you can help them like you helped me. Thank you, Talitha. Oh. You're alive? From Mom. So I have to find out that my child is alive third hand from the Alliance brass? Where the hell have you been? I figure whatever you're doing is classified, likely part of your Spectre operations. Just stay safe out there and keep doing your mom proud, and sneak something through a secure channel next time. Love, your mother, Captain Hannah. She does care, even though she's not very present in our lives. You're not dead! From Emily Wong. You're alive? How come you broke whatever cover you've been under for 2 years but didn't offer an exclusive interview with your favorite reporter? Whenever you come up for air and are ready to talk, let me know. Emily Wong, Future Content Corporation. A gift of words. From Shaira. Commander, I thought that my gift of words had been incorrect. An embarrassing notion. But my contacts tell me you yet survive. I am pleased to hear that your journey continues, though I sense that you head toward an even deeper darkness. When you fought Saren, only your resolve was tested, but now I fear you cannot rely on your own strength. Take whatever steps you must to ensure that those battling at your side fight with clear minds and glad hearts. Be well, Consort Shaira. Okay, so I guess this is the game's way of telling us that we need to do all the loyalty missions. Still nice though. You and Garrus are alive! From Chloe Michelle. I'm not going to do the accent, just so you know. Dear Commander Shepard, I was relieved to hear that you were alive. I was devastated to hear of the destruction of the Normandy and those people who didn't make it off in time. After you went missing and were presumed dead, I feared I'd never see you or Garrus ever again. You and he did so much to help clean up the wards when you were hunting for Saren. The galaxy needs more people like you, and I'm glad that you're still here to protect those of us who have grown to depend on both of you. Is Garrus with you again, by any chance? After being so happy to hear of your survival, I wondered if perhaps he might have ended up with you. I left a few messages on his public accounts, but you know how he is about checking his email. And I don't think the comm address I had for him works anymore, because he hasn't returned any calls. Always so busy on his grand crusades, his great passions, that he focuses on them to the exclusion of anything or anyone else. Anyway, if you know where he might be, I would really love to hear from him. Or both of you, if you could come by the next time you're near the Citadel. Thanks, Dr. Chloe Michelle, Huerta Memorial Hospital. Okay, so this just further cements my theory that Dr. Michelle has a crush on Garrus. And I mean, who doesn't, honestly? Things are quiet again. Daniel Abrams. or Abrams. I wanted to thank you again for saving me from those Batarians. I thought I'd seen the worst of people's anger and fear at Dr. Solas's clinic. I had no idea how much anger his work was keeping in check, how bad it really was. If not for you, I'd be dead. Thank you. The clinic is doing well. You got rid of most of the plague, and I've been able to handle the rest without too much trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take over security here. I keep the mechs powered on. I won't make the same mistake twice. Thanks, Daniel, Omega Clinic, Gozu District. Okay. DBZ News. Doctor testifies Huerta dead. Earth. Expert witnesses were introduced today in the Systems Alliance trial of Ford versus Huerta, starting with the petitioner's side. Dr. Samuel Watchhouse testified today that President Huerta was brain dead for too long to make a full recovery. Questioned on Huerta's apparent cognitive health afterward, Watchhouse testified that the VI ran Huerta's artificial memory so successfully that it took over his brain functions so that there was no Huerta anymore. This is not a person with a VI memory. It is a VI with a partially organic operating system. The respondents' experts will begin testimony tomorrow. Okay, this is an interesting case. I've never read these emails before, so that's really cool. Doctors clash over Huerta. Expert witness Dr. Lin Xianyin testified in the Systems Alliance trial of Ford versus Huerta today. He claimed that the former president made a full recovery from a temporarily brain-dead state. Stumbling a little when grilled on Huerta's timeline of cognition, Lin nevertheless made the case for Huerta being in full control once his motor functions and memory were assigned synthetic analogs. To believe that he is now a different person, a synthetic, is to draw a line where no line is needed, he argued. A new man did not appear on the table when the first open-heart surgery was performed. His life was merely extended beyond what was thought possible at the time. Okay, this sounds like a really difficult case. Court rules Huerta alive. The controversial Earth Court case of Ford versus Huerta came to a close today with a 5-4 decision supporting the end of the president's term. Chief Justice Ling announced this is not the first time human beings have technically died only to be brought back with proper medical attention. That the window of resuscitation has lengthened is no reason to support a partisan attack on the legitimacy of the president. The legal definition of death must be expanded beyond brain death to include cellular death as well. Following the decision, protesters erupted into violence in the National Mall of Washington, D.C. and in Mexico City's Chapultepec Park. The crowds chanting "Down with the zombie" were quickly suppressed as riot police cleared the capitals with stunners and non-lethal sonic weapons. More protests are reportedly planned for the weekend. Okay, interesting. And lastly, we have CEO exposed as imposter. Ilium. He started one of Nos Astra's hottest companies. His vision led him on magazine covers. His parties were legendary, and he was a fake. Delimcore Systems CEO Jackson Borlin is actually Roland Quorn, a Turian from Erinle who met Borlin on vacation. When Borlin died from a heart attack a week into his holiday, Quorn boldly lifted the CEO's passport, sampled his genetic material, and passed himself off as a tanned Borlin. Even close friends simply thought that Borlin seemed energized and eager to get back to work. Despite a lack of credentials, Quorn successfully ran Delimcore for 2 years before a routine traffic stop took a fresh tissue sample and caught the discrepancy in his gene print. Quorn is being held on charges of fraud and impersonation and goes to trial tomorrow. Oop. Oopsie.
Another colony's gone missing.
Ferris Fields, I heard. That's not far from New Canton. Did your family get back to Earth?
Not yet. My mother-in-law's given us grief. Operative Lawson assures me the transport team will physically drag them away if need be.
The subject is stable, Shepard. Integration with onboard systems was seamless.
Is he aware?
Can he see anything in there? Does he know where he is?
Unlikely. Current neural patterns indicate minimal cognition. Barring ship-wide power loss, the nutrients in the tank could sustain him for over a year.
Any idea how dangerous this guy is?
He is a Krogan, Shepard. If you were asking whether he is actively hostile, I don't have the necessary data to answer. Okeer's technology could impart data, not methods of thinking. The subject may know of his views, but would not necessarily share them.
Okay. Do you detect anything odd about this?
What can you tell me about this guy? Anything unusual?
The subject is an exceptional example of the Krogan species, with fully formed primary, secondary, and tertiary organs where applicable. No defects of any kind, aside from the genetic markers of the genophage present in all Krogan. I cannot judge mental functioning.
Okay, well, open tank.
Stand by. I'm gonna open the tank and let him out.
Cerberus protocol is very clear regarding untested alien technology.
Yeah, he's too valuable to leave.
He's either a powerful addition to the crew or a time bomb. I'd rather deal with it now.
Very well, Shepard. The controls are online. The switch and consequences are yours.
Yeah, you'll get more than that, buddy.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I don't take threats lightly. I suggest you relax.
Not your name. Mine. I'm trained. I know things. But the tank, Okeer couldn't implant connection. His words are hollow. Warlord, Legacy, Grunt. Grunt was among the last. It has no meaning. It'll do. I am Grunt. If you are worthy of your command, prove your strength and try to destroy me.
Yeah, why Grunt?
You wouldn't prefer Okeer or Legacy?
It's short. Matches the training in my blood. The other words are big things I don't feel. Maybe they fit your mouth better. I feel nothing for Okeer's clan or his enemies. I'll do what I'm bred to do. Fight and determine the strongest. But his imprint has failed. Without a reason that's mine, one fight is as good as any other. Might as well start with you.
You feel nothing for Okeer?
Is it that easy for Okeer's perfect Krogan to abandon his mission?
Okeer is just a voice in the tank. If his imprints are true, then he created something stronger than him. So he's not worthy of me. And if his hatreds aren't strong enough to compel me, they've failed too. I feel nothing. I have no connection.
Join my crew. We'll find it. My command is your reason. Yeah, join my crew. We'll find your reason.
I have a good ship and a strong crew. A strong clan. You'd make it stronger.
If you're weak and choose weak enemies, I'll have to kill you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Our enemies are worthy. No doubt about that.
That's acceptable. I'll fight for you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you saw reason.
Huh? Offer one hand, but arm the other. Wise Shepard. If I find a clan, if I find what I want, I will be honored to eventually pit them against you.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles, but engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty.
Weirdos. Encrypted transmission from the Elusive Man. Shepard, I see you awakened Okeer's Krogan. A dangerous decision, but you've got free reign on this operation. If you're certain he'll be a useful member of the team, you've got my support. We need every weapon we can get in this battle. If this grunt proves unreliable and has to be put down, don't lose the body. He's based at least partially on collector technology and could offer useful genetic data. But again, you're in charge. Why, thank you for remembering that.
I noticed the fish tank up in your cabin. If you'd like, I could feed your fish while you're away.
Yeah, thank you. I'd appreciate that.
I'd appreciate that, Kelly.
It's my pleasure. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
No, thank you.
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander.
Founded by notorious Batarian slaver Solum Dalsera, the Blue Suns began as a Skillian Verge protection racket, providing genuine protection from slavers and pirates. Eventually captured by the Systems Alliance Navy, Dalsera beat almost 24 charges to be convicted on a single count of conspiracy. The slaver benefited from the tutelage of cellmate and brilliant con artist Bernard Legit's Ledger. Upon release 5 years later, Dalsera incorporated Blue Suns as a legal security agency. Today, the Blue Suns boast a galaxy-wide force of Batarians, Turians, humans, and Krogan. Each deployment is backed by a logistics corps, selling everything from heavy weapons to shaving cream. Despite claims that Blue Suns sells its captives as slaves, no Blue Suns employee has ever been convicted on such charges. Many Blue Suns members sport the company logo in tattoo form, removed during assignments and reapplied at mission end.
Interesting. So I guess in the Mass Effect universe, it's easy to remove tattoos. Okay, cool. We learned some more lore about the Blue Suns.
Known as the Starcraft Cemetery, Korlus was the regional toxic junkyard for centuries. Ships reaching astronautical near-death at connecting mass relays were sent to Korlus, stripped of every useful component, then dumped planetward to clear shipping lanes. Currently, Korlus hosts numerous merc factions, such as the Blue Suns, rumored to be using downed ship fossils to test advanced munitions. Massive gun batteries threaten anyone attempting planetfall, with minimal defenses against ground attack. Because ancient volcanism greenhoused the planet, Korlus was too hot and CO2 rich to develop a biosphere, despite the abundant lakes that could have sponsored the development of life. Now cool enough for protected habitation, but too scorching for anyone but extremophiles and mercenaries seeking secrecy, Korlus supports numerous Krogan outposts. The Krogan have therefore seeded Korlus with hardy Varen, often kept as warhounds. Varen live primarily on a diet of geophagous vermin and each other.
Okay. Interesting. Doesn't sound like a place where I would like to go on vacation. What about you guys?
Asari-made Solaris armor can resist even the tremendous heat and kinetic energy of starship weapons. The armor is nearly unsurpassed in strength because its central material, carbon nanotube sheets woven with diamond chemical vapor deposition, are crushed by mass effect fields into super dense layers able to withstand extreme temperatures. That process also compensates for diamond's brittleness. Diamond armor itself has two limiting disadvantages. First, while nanotubes and CVD diamond construction has become cheaper in recent years, it remains prohibitively expensive to coat starships or aircraft larger than fighters in Solaris material. Second, the armor must be attached to the ship's superstructure, so shockwaves from massive firepower can still destroy the metals beneath the armor itself. A popular misconception holds that the diamond composition of Solaris armor gives it its sparkle. In fact, atmospheric nitrogen impurities during the superhot forging process give the armor its metallic gray or yellow sheen.
Interesting. So that's what our ship now has. So one ship upgrade down. Krogan, Blood Rage. Feared throughout the galaxy as nightmarishly violent warriors, the Krogan are both aided and hobbled by their legendary Blood Rage. In the grip of that madness, Krogan become seemingly invincible, but are merely totally unresponsive to pain. Blood-enraged Krogan fight regardless of injury level, to the extent that Krogan shorn of all 4 limbs continue gnashing past brain death until total somatic death. The supremely resilient, hyper-violent blood rage is the synergy of 2 aspects of Krogan neurology. The first aspect is a positive feedback loop in which adrenaline, also activated by fear or rage, suppresses serotonin, the brain chemical that induces serenity. The second is the overdeveloped Krogan limbic system. In Krogan, as in humans, Fear or rage shifts mental control from the frontal lobes, responsible for reasoning, to the limbic system, responsible for aggression and survival. During that shift, Krogan and humans exhibit diminished capacity for logic and self-control. Prior to the ecological devastation of Tuchanka, blood rage was extremely rare among the Krogan. Back then, while all Krogan were capable of heightened anger and violence in fight-or-flight scenarios, almost none experienced insensitivity to pain. The 1% who did were those suffering serotonin suppression. At the time, Krogan society regarded the condition as pathological and medicated or imprisoned sufferers to protect them and society. Following nuclear ecocide 4 millennia ago, evolution selected only those Krogan afflicted with blood rage for survival. Today, there is no living memory among the Krogan of a life without mindless, murderous fury. Oh, that's really awful. I'm so sorry that this was sort of like evolution decided that this was your best means of survival. That makes me even more horrified at, you know, what the genophage has kind of done. Space combat. Pursuit tactics. Dependent on light, sensors cannot detect objects moving at faster than light speeds. No ship can be detected at interstellar ranges. Detection at interplanetary ranges suffers from light speed lag. Observers see ships not where they appear to be, but where they were when the light bearing their image left them minutes, hours, or days before. To counteract light speed lag, battle fleets surround themselves with spheres of screening and scouting frigates. Pursuers cannot detect ships and directly intercept them. Instead, pursuers track where objects were, where they were heading, and at what speed they were moving. Such data reliably predicts an object's future location and for pursuit along its light-lagged wake. Ships trying to evade pursuit follow erratic zigzag courses, requiring pursuers to make stops to update their projections. Huh. That's cool. Didn't know that. That's really well thought out, actually. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and that is where we're going to be leaving off for this time. In the next episode, we are going to go and get the convict, also known as Jack. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider giving this video a like and leave a comment down below. And if you would like to continue to follow along on my and Nora Shepard's journey, then please consider subscribing to my channel. That would help me out immensely. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!